Hey guys, good afternoon from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Let me do initial impression of a fragrance, which is the most hype fragrance in current year. Year is about to end. 2023 is about to end. It's November going on. December is up, and you guys know from the title, the big fragrance, the Aventus. This is the absolute Aventus, the absolute Aventus. Is it worth the hype? That's a big question. What does it smell like? What are the prices like? What is the performance? It's an initial impression. Performance, I cannot speak much for it, but I'll let you know how this smells. Initial impression, I'll show you the presentation, and I will show you comparison with the previous ones because I have had a lot of experience with Aventus and its dupes recently when I was talking about some of the dupes. So big thanks go to Swadhin Bhai, one of my dear brothers, who bought this fragrance, and I actually purchased a Decant from him as well, which I will use test run. There's like a 5 ml nice Decant, but I wanted to sort of like show the presentation, so I borrowed the bottle from him. So thank you so much, Bhaiya, means brother, and let's see what you get. So let's get into this. I'm very excited actually. This is the packaging. 75 ml is the only bottle size it comes in. Price I think around $500 or so, or maybe more. That is insane pricing, crazy pricing. And of course, this is Creed's Aventus. We're talking about the new one. At first, the price is gonna be crazy high. So I really like this packaging. This is much more upscale compared to other Creeds. This gives like a premium look, like the podium. Okay, looks like that. The cap doesn't move because it gets locked in there, and I think it's not that deep. Bottle sits okay, like Amouage old presentations. So this feels robust, looks premium. Concentration is EDP. It says at the base. Before I used to be confused with Aventus if it's EDP or Perfume. So these are EDP. Okay, and this is, let me check one thing. This is made in France. Okay, right. So this is a nice packaging, and I think it has the old texture of Aventus, which, if you know this sticker, it has this texture from the old one, so they borrowed that. Looks really nice. Okay, that's the, what does it say? Erwin Creed. I don't know, I can read, but I think he is the official perfumer, but they don't disclose who's the real perfumer. But let's see. The bottle, it looks like Green Irish Tweed slash some of the other bottles. It's shiny. It's not matte. It looks really nice. Looks like Black Mamba. I think this is one of the nicest looking bottles from Aventus line. Yeah, I have another one to show you, but it looks nice. Okay, I'm gonna get this bottle soon. Okay, this is the cap, base. Okay, the cap is of really good quality. It's heavy compared to some of the previous Aventus caps. I mean, the Aventus, they really had inconsistent caps. I think this is really heavy. Hear the sound. It's heavy. If you drop it from few floors, it lands, gonna hurt people. Okay, good quality. Atomizers are massive. I have it already on me. Okay, let me do one fresh spray, then we'll talk about it. I just did a soft spray. See what happens to the big spray. Okay, that is a cloud. You just need literally 2 sprays of it to make it an impression. So clicks onto place. Let's talk about it. Official notes breakdown: grapefruit, bergamot, blackcurrant, ginger, cinnamon, citron, cardamom, pink pepper, patchouli, and vetiver. Okay, so let's talk about pros and cons. Let's talk about cons first. First thing is, compared to the OG, this is my, of course, my beautiful bottle that I don't use that much. Just keep it for the memory's sake. I use it only in winter. This is a 2015 or 16 batch. Very, very powerful, but not a smoky batch. So the newer batches of Aventus much more watered down. So compared to that, this is a beast. Okay. So compared to this, we'll see where this one stands. This is much more modern formulation of that. So after that, they released Aventus Cologne, which is almost done, my bottle. This I liked. It's very fruity, green apple. It was like a total fruity blast with the citruses and all that. Then they released the women's one. I don't own that, but I tried it. Beautiful Aventus for her. But this is the one I also borrowed from Swadhin Bhai, who owns both these bottles. Okay, this is the 10th anniversary Aventus. This is the next best thing to the 120 ml. The newer batches are not as strong as 120 or 10th anniversary. I found this one to be really, really good. So where does this one stand? Let's talk about the cons. Let's get those away from the path. I know it's already been released or reviewed by many reviewers. This one is expensive, very expensive. Okay, 75 ml. Many of you will be hesitant to buy this because if it was 100 ml standard, still somehow you can justify. 75 ml, I think maybe prices will go down, or it can also go up if this is discontinued as just limited release. That point, it's gonna be more expensive. It can go up to $1,000. Yeah, trust me, I have seen it happen. So price point is very high. First con. Second thing is, um, what else? This fragrance, the longevity and projection, I from a brief period of time when I was wearing, it's long lasting. Definitely, no doubt about it. Performance is great. I think it can beat the current batches of Aventus for sure. Okay, performance is no issue. The projection, okay, and CRs also very good. If you take an average, I will give this like a 9 out of 10 performer. Okay, very good performer. But I believe this fragrance, because it's new, it needs to sit in your collection for a while, needs to like, the molecules to break. I don't know what is that term, but this fragrance needs to sit in your collection. It will get stronger over the year. That's what I noticed with every fragrance that I own. Most of the fragrance, either they go strong, few fragrances just go bad. Okay. A Creed never goes bad. So for the time being, it's a new release, you have to let it macerate and get like, I don't know if the fruits get ripe. That's how I imagine. As it gets older, just like whiskey, this is gonna get better. For the time being, it's still raw. Okay. Some of you really like the freshness of it, but with time, I believe this freshness is gonna go and it's becoming darker. So the one column I just read on Fragrantica did said what a disappointment. Okay. I agree on certain level, but I think this one has more story to tell. So the pros, this is where the pros start. Fans of Aventus, very, very excited. They will definitely want a bottle of it. Okay, definitely. So there's just no two-way about it. People who love, they will, whatever this is, they will get it. Okay, pros. Second thing, it smells so darn good. Okay, perhaps it's missing that pineapple. I did not detect any pineapple whatsoever on this when I sprayed it. Okay, when I smell it, it's just that beautiful grapefruit, citrus, lemon, not lime. It's like bergamot. Remember, Mont Blanc Explorer had this beautiful bergamot note, sparkly. This one has that. So it's the quality of Mont Blanc. You have smelled this DNA before, but it's so strong and it's natural. It doesn't have the synthetic, like artificial vibe. So whatever you spray, you sprayed quality, and the juice comes out a lot. So these are good things. I really like the bottle too. Bottle, I'll give it 10. This is the best looking bottle from this line. So the next one, Central or Siage. I believe, as I told you, as it gets older, it will perform better and it will be really, really good for cold weathers like early days of fall, winter in Bangladesh. But perfect time to wear it is gonna be somewhere between summer and winter. Okay, this is what I feel. And this fragrance, some people compare with, I heard Dior Sauvage Elixir. At certain period, it feels a little bit of that, I think there's a note of, what is that note? Pink pepper, patchouli, vetiver, sometimes at that point, maybe you feel like it, but I did not get that, there's a little bit of spice at the heart. That's what I felt when the Calabrian bergamot or the lemon just settles, it starts getting a little bit spicy. So you really enjoy the spices at the heart. I think the best part of this perfume is not just the opening, is the heart as well. Okay. So that stage, this is interesting. This is where it's different from Aventus, okay, original Aventus and Aventus Cologne. Both those fragrances, in my humble opinion, are more fruity than this. This is fruity spicy, okay, to my nose. And then if compared with ultimate competition, if you should get that or this, I would suggest go with this. At this current moment, I think this would be fairly priced. You get 25 ml more juice, and it does what Aventus did for you. Very strong performer. So out of these two, I picked this, okay, for general purpose. Like this makes more sense. But if you ask me which is the better juice, it's both. I would own both. It's different enough from this. Okay, so the whole Aventus, let me just put a little bit of that on me. This, the cap is not so heavy. Okay, check out the sprayer of this stuff. Okay, there's really good sprayer. Yep, Aventus, purely Aventus, more pineapple and apple. This doesn't have grapefruit. So I personally would say these are two different fragrances. Okay, do not think like this is just like a more strong version of this. They are two different fragrances. If you are a collector, you should collect both Aventus and Aventus Absolu. I think there's just no two way about it. Just the thing is, it's expensive at this point and you get a little bit less juice. I do not think they're going to release 120 ml of it or 100 ml because the 75 ml strong. What might happen later is maybe after 1 year or so, they'll release a flacon of 250 ml or something like it for a massive price bracket. That time it will be more value than this, but at this current moment, you want to collect this bottle. Okay, so overall, this is a fragrance. It's not for everybody. It is very masculine. It's very powerful. It's very spicy. The ginger and cinnamon combo, you can smell those combo, right? And the pink pepper. So this is a spicy, masculine. I believe if you ever tried the, oh man, it's far away, Chris Viking, you will like it. Okay, this is some Viking element of it inside this perfume. Okay, so it's a grown-up Aventus. Okay, this is Aventus for grown-ups. Okay, if you want to collect it, if you can afford it, go for it. Okay, no problem. But try to get a sample or a decant. But later on, I know what's going to happen. The overall hype is going to get to people, and they might get it later. Sooner or later, people will get it. Okay, so this is a beautiful release, but not for everybody. And I will tell you one thing: this is still very, very pricey. Does it justify? Just for if you want to make more sense, get Aventus 100 ml or get the Aventus Cologne 100 ml. They're gonna be fairly priced, not this one. Okay, so there is this thing: what if, but or also up for debate. So overall, my impression on this: do I like this or do I like Aventus more? I'll tell you honestly. Okay, I've been wearing this fragrance for years. The dupes of it, I'm more used to this. If you're more used to driving a Toyota and you suddenly move to someone like a Mercedes or something, obviously it's going to feel weird. You're going to take some time to feel, you want to get used to it. For time being, I think this is more versatile. You can wear this all year round. It's just that bit more, familiar, the familiar vibe. But once you get used to this, I think you're going to need more of it. You might get a backup bottle as well. And I just really hope they don't change the formulation, right? So overall, it's a win. Is it a 10? No. I'll give it like 9. Aventus gets 10, this gets 9, just because of those initial vibes. So I'll re-review this after going through that decant. And I think I'm going to get a bottle of it. By the time I finish this decant, I'll have a full bottle of it next month, hopefully, fingers crossed. And I'll re-review this in winter. Okay, I'll give you an update. But so far, it feels like going to be really, really strong performer. It does have a nice little aura about it. Okay, so overall, 9 out of 10 for Aventus Absolu. Just happy. Just, like I told Swadhin Bhai one thing. When I was holding the bottle, I was feeling so much happiness inside me. You can literally feel it when you're holding something special. This is something special. Check it out. Try it at least once so you can compare with the OG. Okay. So far, solid release. Thanks very much for watching. And I think I'll go upload just the one video so you can see. And do let me know your opinion. Is it overpriced? Do you agree with me? I do think it's overpriced, but it's a good juice. Okay. If this fragrance was something like, if I'll tell you when to buy it. If this 75 ml was going for $250, which is it's not going to happen, but if it was $250, this would be so good. I would say buy it at that point. But $500, $400, a little bit steep. Okay, so thanks very much for watching, and do let me know in the comment section so it will help other people. Take care and see you soon.